Good afternoon, everyone. It's your boy Catching Flaco back at it again with another gig log. And for today, we are actually going to be doing an anniversary party in the city of Blue Jay, which I've never heard of this city, but if you're familiar with the Inland Empire, we are deep in the forest. I'm not too sure if you can check right out here by my window, but yeah, I'm like in the thick of the forest right now, guys. Like I'm going up the road, and it's like I just passed Arrowhead Lake, I think it's called, and we're heading towards Crestline. So if you know more or less where that area is, that's where we're heading today, guys. So this is gonna be a little weird, but yeah, it's actually it's Wednesday, guys. It is February. It's March 20th on a Wednesday, and yeah, we have this party going on, which is not the first. I've never had to do a party on a Wednesday before, but this little gig came up, sounded pretty fun. So it's actually an anniversary party for a couple they're already married. They didn't just get married recently, but the reason they're doing this party is because I was talking to the bride, and she said that for their actual wedding, they weren't able to do like all the formalities, such like the first dance, the entrances, or really anything. I don't think they even had like a proper reception. So they went ahead and they rented out this it's like a fitness and wellness center out here in Blue Jay, and yeah, they're gonna be hosting a little reception today for their wedding. Not wedding, but their anniversary, so to speak. But yeah, guys, we are on the road. We have approximately like 20 minutes left to go before I reach the site, the facility. And yeah, the weather's nice. It's nice and sunny outside, which is such a relief because this weather's been all over the place, man. Like, something's going on with Cali and the weather right now, because it's crazy, man. It'll be like sunny one day, it's rainy the next day, it's windy the next. Like, it's crazy. I think yesterday or Monday, Monday evening, there was like thunderstorms and everything, and like a bunch of clouds, and it rained really hard for like 5 minutes, which was really weird. Like, yeah, I don't know what's going on with Cali, guys. The weather's been acting crazy. Like, I think I think there's scientists out here, pumping something into the air to try to control the weather, because it's really crazy, guys. Like, it's really crazy. This weather makes no sense. And I know a bunch of people aren't a fan of the heat, but honestly, I can't wait for summer to be here, guys. Like, I love summer. I hate the heat, but like I feel so much more energized and rejuvenated whenever summer comes through. So we're almost there, guys. We have a couple months till summer hits, and finally they did the time change here. I'm sorry. So, which I love, because the winter hours, it's only like 5 or 6 in the evening, and it's super dark already. Like, it's already dark, and like it bums me out. But now with the time change, it's like 6:37 in the evening, and the sun's still out. And I think that's really cool. Like, I really do enjoy summer weather. And yeah, I'm just excited to see what kind of opportunity comes my way this year. Hopefully we get more gigs. We get to do a couple more events. I'm really excited because I'm pretty sure I'm going to get booked to do a college festival, or a college gig pretty much, for Cal State, or which one is it? For the University of San Bernardino. So I reached out to one of the event coordinators for the University of San Bernardino, because they're throwing, I'm guessing it's some sort of like annual party that they throw there at their school, and they're looking for a DJ. So I got a hold of her, did just a random cold call, And yeah, I honestly think I'm gonna land the gig, guys. Like, they sent me over the vendor forms. I reached out to her today, right before I started driving up here, and she said that she should get a response from her boss in approximately 24 hours, just to make sure all the paperwork goes through. And yeah, if all goes well, I'll be playing in front of like 800 people, guys, for a university, and they're gonna have their own system. So I'm pretty sure it's gonna be like an actual, I want to say, like festival grade system. So, you know, line arrays, tons of subwoofers in the front, a stage. So it's gonna be cool, guys. It's gonna be a really cool experience, and I honestly, like, I can't wait for that, guys. But yeah, so a little more information on today's party. It's gonna be really small, guys. Like, I already checked out the facility. It's not big. It's legit like a kind of like a gym area, I guess, like a wellness center, fitness center. So they do like yoga, I want to say maybe like Zumba, and you know, things such as that. So they're such like that. But yeah, it's gonna be maybe like 50 people. It's not gonna be too big, which, I mean, I don't really mind. I just know that they do want to dance. You know, the bride told me that she wants to be dancing for pretty much the entire evening. So I'm hoping to get some good clips, and yeah, just, you know, try to keep them all hyped up, keep the dance floor packed all night. And another little another bit of information that I forgot to mention. You know, I'm actually going to be able to play some country for this event, which is cool because, I mean, I have country music. I rarely get to play it, just because honestly, like, my demographic is mainly Latinos, either older folk or Latinos. That's like, usually that's the kind of demographic that I cater to with my DJ service. So for this event, they did give me a whole like country playlist, and oh my god, guys, like, I'm so excited. How's
it going?
Good.
Just hanging tight, buddies. It's gonna be sharing road, so it's probably less than a minute.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I got it.
Yeah, so we got stopped. We got stopped over here right now. I don't know if they're doing construction or what, but something's going on the road. That they dead ass made us stop. And yeah, I mean, I was low-key kind of scared because I thought it was going to be for a while, and I was like, oh my god, like, I have to go set up, guys. But no, I said it's going to be like a minute or two, so there's nothing we could do but wait. Now we're back. I think caught me like so off guard, guys. Like, my bad. It caught me so off guard. I was like, stop. What is this? Low key, like, my heart kind of dropped for a minute there, because I thought I thought the road was gonna be shut down for a cool like couple of hours, and I was like, no, like, don't tell me this is gonna happen right now. It's supposed to start at 3, guys. The thing starts at 3, the event, and at least dinner starts at 3. So that's when guests are gonna like start arriving and taking their seats and such. But you know, it's 1:30, so I have approximately like an hour and a half to set up, which is all right. Like, I'm not setting up a lot today, guys. You'll see later in the video. It's gonna be a really, really small setup. It's just one sub, one top, and then, you know, the rest of my regular like DJ gear. So like my controller, my microphones, and one light, one watch light. That's it. No, just one sub, one speaker, one light. And yeah, so it shouldn't really take me too long to set up, but I'll show you guys the setup once I arrive, and yeah, I'll catch you guys in a bit. So see you soon. Okay, so this is the road we're dealing with today. It's actually like, we're actually heading to Big Bear right now. So I didn't know all these like, you know, little cities up here were connected like that. The last time I made a trip up here was like in November, I want to say September through October last year, somewhere around that time for a wedding. And I mean, I don't recognize anything, but yeah. Having to travel down this road at night, guys, that's crazy. It's dark. It is like stupid dark. Like you can't see a damn thing. It's so much easier than driving up. At least I think so, just because it's like less strenuous on your car or whatever. But it's dark, and you have to be like riding those brakes the entire time, man, because this road be windy, like windy. Oh yeah, now I remember. Yeah, I remember where we are now. So yeah, we are heading to Big Bear Lake. I don't know exactly what little town this is, but I definitely remember this area now. Alright, that's cool then. That's cool. I like rarely go up here anymore, guys. Like I don't know if you guys are familiar with Big Bear Lake, but at least over here in the Inland Empire, this is like one of the. It's like a really good spot to come for the winter when it's snowing. The lake gets all frozen. They have like little areas where you're able to.
Mile, turn left onto Daly Canyon Road.
Yeah, they have little like spots where you're able to snowboard, where you're able to have fun with the snow. Like they rent out. When I remember I used to come here as a kid, and they had these like tires. Not tires. They were like these really big slides, like hills, and you would rent out these tires that you would sit on, and you just
turn
go. You go all the way up. You know, you would get on a little like cart of sorts, like a lift. You would go all the way up, and yeah, go all the way up. Then you sit on your little tire, and you come back down. And I haven't done that as of yet. And my bad, guys. I missed the. I missed the turn here. But it's all good. It's all good. Make a quick little U-turn right there.
Quarter mile, continue straight onto California 189 East.
We have 3 minutes left to go. And I know no one up here, so if my car were to break down right now, man, oh, I'd be fucked. But knock on wood. Knock on wood, that don't happen. I remember, guys, I am in my little Civic. I bought my little Civic again just because I don't need I'm not going to waste all that gas on a van when I don't need to, because I'm able to carry everything in the Civic. You know, we got to be...
Straight onto California 189 East.
Got to think about the environment, guys. Oh, here it is. We're super close.
Continue on California 189 East for 3/4 of a mile.
Would you guys live, you know, in an area like this? Like really secluded? I feel like I would. Probably not forever. Actually, no, I don't think I live here, but I would like to get like a property out here just to go and like get away from society, you know, on the weekends. Just come up here with some buddies, family, friends. Just chill out, you know, just go to the lake, fishing, drink. Obviously, I'll have like a little DJ system over here so that we can party and go just have like weekend ragers. But yeah, look at guys, this is so beautiful. Like I love hiking. I love nature. You know, I haven't really done it too much as of late because, you know, work, and then I have my daughter, and my daughter's not like, she could walk, but she's not really...
In a 1/4 mile, turn right.
She's not really old enough or can walk that well enough to be able to go on hikes with me and my girl. So she's like around 16 months now. So I give it like another 3 months, and finally, hopefully, she'll be able to be running, or she'll start running around, being crazy, jumping, just be more mobile on her feet. That way I'm able to, you know, take her out.
Next right, then your destination will be on the left.
To hikes and such, and we can get in touch with nature. well,
Your destination is on the left.
we have arrived, guys. This is it. We are here, and yeah, I already see some people, so we're gonna be heading out there and see where we need to set up and rock a party like always, guys. So I'll see y'all in a bit. Let's go do this.
I can't stay this high forever. Spends that all he can stand. Time to lay this body down. Sweet and can't stay with you a while. 'Cause this road's been putting miles on my heart. Sweetheart, I've been living that fantasy. But one day lightning will strike, and my boy will lose his mind. But don't be lonely.
Let me hear it, everybody. Let me see one more cheer before we continue with the dance.
Alright guys, so we have concluded the night, and I just wanted to show you guys how it was that I set up because I didn't have time to do it when I showed up. So yeah, this is the spot. It's a little, like I said, a little fitness slash gym center. It's already dark, so excuse the quality on the bright or on the light, but yeah guys, this is basically where they had everything laid out. They had all the tables over here. I actually had to set up my speakers right here in this little area in between these two posts. So I had one sub and one top, and I'll show a little bit more of like a couple of clips that I got. I was set up inside of here and to the right, tucked away in like a little corner. That's basically where I had my DJ booth at. And yeah guys, I had to run cables from here. I had to run it around the entire building, all the way in the back, XLR cables all the way through the back, up to there. And so the way I configure my speakers is when I only use one sub and one top, I have both left and right going into, you know, one of each. So I have a left and right cable going into the sub and a left and right cable going into the two inputs of the top. And that's basically how I'm able to generate like a lot more sound. I've noticed that I'm able to generate so much more sound when I do that with a single speaker and sub. And yeah, it sounded great, guys. The reason I set it up here is because they were also, you know, right here they had all the tables and stuff. And inside of there, they had another little area where they were dancing, and they had all the food laid out in the front. They had the bathrooms in there, they had drinks. And you know, when I first showed up, the owner told me I can just set up a speaker inside, but you know, honestly, it didn't really make too much sense to me because it was like the way I was facing, it wasn't gonna really make sense to have a speaker inside, and then everybody outside was gonna be left out. And I only bought one sub and one top because it was gonna be such a small party. It was only like, I wanna say anywhere from like 30, 40 people at most. And yeah, I didn't want to set them inside too because it was a fairly small area inside, and it was gonna be way too loud. There wasn't enough space as it is. So yeah, I decided to run long cables up to there for my speakers. You'll see in the clips that I post later on my table, how I had it set up right there in the corner. And then I had an extension cord coming out from this door right here. The same thing, I had to loop it around, or this one, no, I didn't loop it around. I actually just stuck the cable out right here on the concrete. I just had it laying flat right there took it around the bench, and then right here. The extension cord ended right there, which gave power to the sub, the top, and the light that I had. I had a wash effects, one of those Chauvet wash effects. And yeah, of course I obviously gaff taped the entire cord right here where it was exposed, just because, you know, I don't want anyone tripping on it. I don't want anyone disconnecting it and causing the entire, I don't want anyone disconnecting it and making the entire system just like, you know, go black. And yeah, guys, overall it was a pretty cool party. The guests were fun. They really liked the music I played, the way I was mixing. And I gave out a good amount of business cards today, so, you know, I say that was an A party. Well, probably not one of the best, not S tier, but A, just because, you know, it was small and it was early. It's about to be 9 o'clock, guys. We're 10 till 9. So yeah, ended really early. But no, it was cool. I have everything packed up in the car already. And now it's time for us to head home. All right, guys, well, that concludes today's festivities. It's so weird that, you know, not only is it so early, it's only 8:55, but it's also a Wednesday. And I have to report to work tomorrow, so this is gonna be, you know, a little weird. It's gonna be a little weird getting home and not being able to sleep in after a gig, you know. But regardless, it was fun. The guests were cool. The clients really enjoyed the service. A bunch of their friends and family took business cards and they said they were gonna leave reviews and such, so hopefully that happens. That would help out so much, you know, just because I have noticed that because of all these reviews, my Google page and my website have been getting a decent amount of traffic now. And that's always good, you know, like that's what we want. I haven't even been paying for Google Ads, and I just get random inquiries now through Google. Either they fall on my Google Maps business profile, or
mile, continue straight onto Daly Canyon Road.
Or they stumble onto my website and they get to see everything that I have on there. So hopefully I get a ton of reviews from tonight, and we keep this, you know, this SEO optimization just going up and up.
Continue straight onto Daly Canyon Road.
Because I don't know if you guys saw from my last gig log, but yeah, last year and even a little bit this year, I'm trying to like really wean off of it, but I do cold calls, and I mean, it's cool. It's not too bad. Like, you are able to land gigs from cold calls.
Mile, turn right onto California 18, rim of the World Scenic Byway.
Sorry guys, Google's, you know, it's super dark, and I need to make sure Google's telling me where to go, because I don't really come up the mountain like that. But yeah, as I was saying, I was doing a lot of cold calling last year, and it's cool and all, because you are able to land gigs, at least if you have like a decent enough amount of, like if you have a decent amount of content and mixes and maybe like things that you're able to share with these prospects, you should be able to land some gigs. The only bad thing about cold calling is you probably won't be able to charge as well as you would when people come to you, just because, you know, people don't know you.
Take the next right onto California 18, rim of the World Scenic Byway.
You have to be, people don't really know you. You have to be acting like a salesman. And yeah, overall, unless you're like Pauly D, you're like DJ Pauly D.
Continue on California 18 for 6 miles.
Unless you're DJ Pauly D and you're, you know, cold calling people, they're not gonna really take you too seriously. But I mean, it does work. It can't work, guys. You know, I was doing cold calls all of last year, and that's how I got a good amount of clientele. I have repeating clients from it. I got reviews from it, and I got experience from it. Like, I've DJ'd a bunch of like cool little areas, honestly. So I'd say you're a beginner DJ, you kind of have to cold call. Either cold call or just do gigs for like really, really cheap or for free, just because, you know, you need to find a way to start making content, you know, recording things, recording mixes, and just getting your name out there. You can't be a beginner and start charging $1,000 for every gig when you have nothing to show for it. Like, that's what I did when I first started DJing. You know, I was doing a lot of free gigs. I was doing really cheap gigs. I was practicing on my own at the house. And yeah, I mean, now we're here. And I'm not saying I'm like, you know, like I'm really, really good or a pro or anything at all, but I'm getting there. You know, the goal is to make this my living, you know. The goal is to try to just not have to work a 9-to-5 anymore and have my clientele and status just built up to the point where I can literally live off of my own little DJ business. That's what we're going to focus on this year, you know. I do have a couple more gigs coming up already, so I'm excited for those. I have weddings, parties, birthday parties, and that Fullerton gig that I was talking about, not Fullerton, I'm sorry, that university gig for San Bernardino. So that's going to be a lot of fun. I'm really thinking about getting into clubs and bars just to get more experience and be a little more out there. You know, maybe attract like a different type of clientele. Just because they are, I mean, it was really slow right now, guys. During this past like winter, spring season, it's been pretty slow. I haven't really been getting booked too often. And so I was thinking of doing clubs and bars for now just to, you know, get a little extra income in, as well as being able to, you know, just get more experience, get my name out there. You know, I want to see how I can move that kind of scene. And it just looks like a lot of fun. I mean, private parties ain't cool and all, but I feel like when you're at a bar or a club, like people go there to dance and to drink. So you're probably going to get a lot more reaction from that type of crowd if you're creative, you know, if you're really creative with your mixing and your emceeing. So yeah, I mean, I'm planning on reaching out to a couple local bars and clubs that are in my area, so I'll keep you guys updated on that. And if it happens, you know, you guys can for sure count on a lot more content coming through. But yeah, guys, I still have like a good 40 minutes till I get home. I have to drive down this mountain. It's super windy, really dark, and yeah, guys, as I said, it was a fun gig. I'll be expecting these reviews. They did tip me because, you know, I was such a gentleman. I did a great job. So they did tip me at the end, which is always fun. You know, I'm not the type to ask for tips. I'm not gonna have a little tip jar or anything out there on my booth, but they did tip me, so that's cool. And yeah, guys, that pretty much concludes this gig log. There's not gonna be a whole lot of dancing. You know, I'm sorry that there wasn't a whole lot of like dancing clips or clips of me mixing and stuff, just because it was such a really small event. Like, I mean, small, guys. Like, it was really small. I honestly was not expecting it to be that small. I was expecting a little more, you know, maybe like 50 to 75 people, but this one was only like 30. I want to say like 30, 40. It was really small. And then the layout was just a little weird too, so. But it is what it is. You know, I had fun. The guests had fun. The clients were happy. And, you know, we got more experience. We got to practice. We got to play country. We got to play rock, classic rock, which is, bro, I rarely play rock. And let me tell you, it was pretty cool, you know. I think the last time I heard the song Lay Down, you know, that one song from Guitar Hero, Guitar Hero 3, the Lay Down, dun, dun. Yeah, I got to play that today. I was playing The Killers. I was playing Guns N' Roses. You know, with country, I was doing Luke Bryant. Who else was there? Darius Rucker. What's one of the bigger ones? Blake Shelton, obviously. And yeah, we just played country tunes, man. All these fun, line dancing country songs. So, I'm gonna, you know, go ahead and log off now just because this road is starting to get really, really bad. Like, it's really windy. I have to be braking all the time. So I'm not trying to get an accident today, guys. You know, I'm trying to go home in one piece. Trying to go home the same way I came up the mountain. So I'll leave you guys to it, and I'll catch you guys in the next one, guys. Good night.